We finally arrived at the end of this long and unproductive session of Parliament. Even though the government displayed incredible levels of incompetence, there were some gems. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about them. COVID-19 certainly dominated the last session of Parliament. Remember that the Liberals prorogued Parliament last fall. When we finally got back to work, the government didn't have much work to show. Besides the COVID and budget-related bills, there were only 7 pieces of legislation that received royal assent and became law. That's pathetic. This has been one of the least productive governments in history. Just this week, we sent 4 more bills to the Senate, but it's not clear that any of them will actually become law before the summer break. Among them is the horrible Internet Censorship Bill C-10. Conservatives worked hard to stop this bill while the NDP stood beside their Liberal coalition partners. Hopefully, the Senate will do the right thing and stop C-10. Otherwise, you may stop seeing videos like this as the government moves to censor online content they don't like. The most interesting thing to me is the number of times the Liberals got in trouble with the law. For example, the majority of the House of Commons voted to condemn Defence Minister Sajjan over his failure to deal with sexual harassment in Canada's military. Then, the government was scolded by the Speaker for making illegal amendments to its Internet Censorship Bill C-10. Then the government defied an order of the House and didn't produce documents about the Chinese spies they hired to work in our Winnipeg research lab. While the President of the Public Health Agency of Canada received a tongue lashing from Parliament, he still didn't produce the required documents. The government threw him under the bus. Now the government has gone to court to seal the documents. Clearly, the government is hiding something. And of course, this is on top of the other big scandals like SNC-Lavalin and the We Charity. And don't forget, the Prime Minister and Finance Minister have had so many ethics breaches, they have to number them, 1, 2, 3, etc. It's interesting that when the Chinese Communist government got mad at Canada and looked for someone to sanction, they chose Conservative MP Michael Chong. They couldn't find a Liberal minister or even a Liberal MP worthy of sanctioning. Only a Conservative. That says a lot. One thing that I am proud of is the private members' bills that were passed during this session. The Conservatives had 5 bills become law, which is incredible since the government itself only had 7. Congratulations to my colleague Kevin Waugh for passing his bill on single-game sports betting. The other very important bill was from my colleague Larry Maguire that improves the way CRA handles the sale of a small business or farm to a family member. And finally, a surprising win came last night when my motion to amend Bill C-12 to ensure accountability from the government was passed with both the NDP and the Bloc supporting it. This session, I was very honored to bring forward your concerns directly to the government and fight on behalf of all of you in the House. It looks like Justin Trudeau will be calling an election soon, so I hope to see you on the doorstep this summer.